Start by doing what's necessary, then do what's possible. Then suddenly, you're doing the impossible. When writing the story of your life, don't let anyone else hold the pen. The function of leadership is to produce more leaders, not more followers. The best way to predict the future is to create it. Whatever they think of you, do what you think is fair. Life is like a book. Some chapters are sad, some are happy, but all are necessary for the full story. Opportunity does not knock. It presents itself when you beat down the door. Commitment is what gets you started. Consistency is what gets you somewhere. And persistence is what keeps you going. Be smart enough to ask for advice, but be wise enough to know who to seek it from. Find your why. Your why is the foundation of your goals and provides meaning to your actions. It's the deep personal reason that drives your ambitions. It's not the mistakes that define one's character, but the manner in which one responds to those mistakes. Stop looking for the good in people. Start instead looking for good people. We are all faced with a series of great opportunities brilliantly disguised as impossible situations. Never overlook contempt. When someone views you with contempt and talks to you like you're beneath them, they will likely do you harm, whether relationally, socially, or physically. Remove that person from your life. No work is beneath you. The only thing that should be beneath you is your big ego. Things work out when you least expect them. Avoid people who use their pain as an excuse to hurt you. The world will not become kinder to you just because you are a good person. Whenever you're in conflict with someone, there is one factor that can make the difference between damaging your relationship and deepening it. That factor is attitude. Don't compare yourself to others because no one can play your role better than you. Never discuss your problems with someone incapable of solving them. Chasing a person doesn't give you value or build value in you. Choose a woman who didn't have a man for long. She has found harmony in herself. Life's tragedy is that we get old too soon and wise too late. Love is the answer, but while you're waiting for the answer, sex raises some pretty good questions. Once you label me, you negate me. No one is too busy. It's only a matter of priorities. We fall in love when our imagination projects non-existent perfection upon another person. One day, the fantasy evaporates, and with it, love dies. At some point, you will realize no one else has a say in your life unless you let them. Stand by your own trial and not by what others say. Saying no is important. Don't fear offense. This is your life, and it's ending 1 minute at a time. It is not our abilities that show what we truly are. It is our choices. Don't make yourself available too much for anyone. You will lose importance. Work hard in silence and show your skills at the job you get, rather than criticizing the job. Within our dreams and aspirations, we find opportunities. There are things we don't want to know, but have to learn. If you can't do it now, you won't do it ever. The harder your life becomes, the faster you will reach your goals. You teach people how to treat you. Whatever happens to you, never take it personally. Nothing in this world is so important. Here is a rule to remember in the future when anything tempts you to feel bitter. Not this is misfortune, but to bear this worthily is good fortune. Keep crying about what is not working today, and I promise you that your tomorrow is not working. Love the life you live. Live the life you love. You have to dance like there's nobody watching. The greatest discovery of any generation is that a human being can alter his life by altering his attitude. You measure the size of the accomplishment by the obstacles you had to overcome to reach your goals. True success doesn't depend on seeking validation from others. It stems from seizing opportunities, proving what you're capable of, and accomplishing your goals despite challenges. Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. At your lowest, you realize a lot. Stay quiet about your goals. Soon your results will do all the talking. One day, you'll see why God made you wait. Don't rush the process. Trust it. When fate hands you lemons, make lemonade. Climb the mountain to see the world, not so that the world can see you. Don't compare your journey to others. Focus on your own path. Be grateful for what you already have while you pursue your goals. Beware of those who seek constant crowds. They are nothing alone. Control your finances, or lack of them will control you. When you find the purpose in your life, every second seems much more meaningful. Falling down is an accident. Staying down is a choice. You can do so much for someone and still not be treated well. Growth is painful. Change is painful, but nothing is as painful as staying stuck somewhere you don't belong. What matters most is how well you walk through the fire. Do what you feel in your heart to be right, for you'll be criticized anyway. Faith is the highest passion in a man. Life has a funny way of surprising us when we're not looking for it. The load of tomorrow added to that of yesterday, carried today, makes the strongest falter. Nobody can save you but yourself, and you're worth saving. It's a war not easily won, but if anything is worth winning, then this is it. The misfortune of the wise is better than the prosperity of the fool. Don't get bogged down in regrets. No one is perfect. Things change with time, and it will pass. You have to take chances sometimes, and although it can be scary and outside your comfort zone, you'll never know what could have been unless you go for it. If you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. Respect yourself because people can see if you don't. Get yourself together before you get any older. The older you are, the harder it is to change. To each there comes in their lifetime a special moment when they are figuratively tapped on the shoulder and offered the chance to do a very special thing, unique to them and fitted to their talents. What a tragedy if that moment finds them unprepared or unqualified for that which could have been their finest hour. Bad days build better days. In the midst of chaos, there is also opportunity. You may not realize it when it happens, but a kick in the teeth may be the best thing in the world for you. A ship is safe in harbor, but that's not what ships are for. Faith means belief in something concerning which doubt is theoretically possible. Love is the glue that holds relationships together. You will meet people who you just can't get along with, no matter how correct you come. You can say and do all the right things, but will bump heads regardless. Our suffering is caused by holding on to how things might have been, should have been, could have been. Usually, people only want to hear the good, not the bad. So if you have issues, it'll be hard to find people to confide in. There is no royal road to anything. One thing at a time, all things in succession. That which grows fast withers as rapidly. That which grows slowly endures. Tomorrow is only found in the calendar of fools. To improve is to change. To be perfect is to change often. A person's worth is measured by the worth of what he values. If you wish to know how you're spending yours, observe how others waste their time making wrong choices and don't repeat them. For more intriguing topics, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. The greatest discovery of any generation is that a human can alter his life by altering his attitude. Life's challenges are not supposed to paralyze you. They're supposed to help you discover who you are. Ambition rarely helps talent. Another thing is luck. Talent always trails behind her. Be proud you survived the days you thought you couldn't. We cannot simply sit and stare at our wounds forever. We must stand up and move on to the next action. We don't even ask for happiness, just a little less pain. If you light a lamp for someone else, it will also brighten your path. It's not about perfect, it's about effort. And when you bring that effort every single day, that's where transformation happens. Perseverance is the hard work you do after you get tired of doing the hard work you already did. Stop wishing, start doing. The past is in your head. The future is in your hands. Love is about compromise and understanding. Being alone gives us an opportunity to reconnect with ourselves. A man cannot be comfortable without his own approval. You can't help everyone, but everyone can help someone. Love means being honest, even when it hurts. I am struck by how sharing our weaknesses and difficulties is more nourishing to others than sharing our qualities and successes. Never wrestle with a pig. You both will get dirty, but the pig likes it. You won't find the kind of love that your parents had for you anywhere else. If you live for people's acceptance, you will die from their rejection. A wise man will never tell a woman two things: his true feelings and his balance account. Don't make promises if you have no intention to fulfill them. It might not mean anything to you, but it could mean a whole world to someone else. It is better to take many injuries than to give one. Experiences bring happiness, not things. One day in retrospect, the years of struggle will strike you as the most beautiful. No one is more hated than he who speaks the truth. You don't drown by falling in the water. You drown by staying there. Life is an experiment in which you may fail or succeed. Explore more, expect least. Share your progress, not your goals, and you'll always be motivated. You begin saving the world by saving one man at a time. All else is grandiose romanticism or politics. As you improve, you'll find yourself more disappointed with those around you. To avoid this, be hard on yourself but understanding of others. We must embrace pain and burn it as fuel for our journey. You've got to do what's right for you, even if it hurts some people you love. Lend money in front of witnesses. Give money without them. Life isn't about living in the past or living for the future. It's about living in the now. There are far, far better things ahead than any we leave behind. The life we receive is not short, but we make it so. We are not ill-provided, but use what we have wastefully. Punishing truth invites lies. Never regret a day in your life. Good days give happiness. Bad days give experience. Worst days give lessons. And best days give memories. Maturity is when you stop complaining and making excuses and start making changes. Don't wish it were easier. Wish you were better. Live as you can, if you cannot live as you want. The only person who's ever going to remember your hard work is you. Not this company, not your boss, only you. If you are driven by fear, anger, or pride, nature will force you to compete. The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing. Life is like a play. It's not the length, but the excellence of the acting that matters. Everything you want is on the other side of fear. You are stronger than you think. Speak your mind, even if your voice shakes. You have a broader view with less emotional confusion. 3/4 of the people you will ever meet are hungry and thirsty for sympathy. Give it to them, and they will love you. To succeed, jump as quickly at opportunities as you do at conclusions. Take the risk or lose the chance. It's only terrible to have nothing to wait for. That some achieve great success is proof to all that others can achieve it as well. Be careful who you marry, and even more careful who you have kids with. You give power to someone you blame for your problems. Through discipline comes freedom. Our greatest fear should not be of failure, but of succeeding at things in life that don't really matter. Don't trust words. Trust actions. Harmony surpasses balance. One who believes in himself has no need to convince others. You grow rich when you seek new experiences, not material things. Nothing is ever as easy as it seems. Sometimes painful things can teach us lessons that we didn't think we needed to know. Time defines you. You will not be defined well by anything other than time. Time is the most powerful force. No matter how hard you fight, it will do what it wants to. Great men are meteors designed to burn, so that Earth may be lighted. Close some doors today, not because of pride, incapacity, or arrogance, but simply because they lead you nowhere. Life is not always fair. People that lie and cheat can often come out on top. Pay attention to the negative signs that people give off and immediately disconnect from them. It will save you a lot of pain and, more importantly, wasted time. Your life is the result of the choices you make. There is no plan, just the consequences of choices. If you want to live a happy life, tie it to a goal, not to people or things. The natural healing force within each of us is the greatest force in getting well. The world is round, and the place which may seem like the end may also be the beginning. Don't spread yourself too thin. Learn to say no politely and quickly. Hope is a good breakfast, but it is a bad supper. So be sure when you step with care and great tact, and remember that life's a great balancing act. Positive thinking will let you do everything better than negative thinking will. There are only 3 events in a man's life: birth, life, and death. He is not conscious of being born. He dies in pain, and he forgets to live. When you react, you lose power. Be brave, even if you're not. Pretend to be. No one can tell the difference. If you're going through hell, keep going. Never take responsibility that does not belong to you. Any person capable of angering you becomes your master. He can anger you only when you permit yourself to be disturbed by him. The only thing you can control is how you feel, act, and think. Never be so kind you forgot to be clever, and never be so clever you forgot to be kind. Thanks for watching. To make sure you don't miss any future videos, please click the circular subscribe button in the middle of the screen. You can also check out more videos on the left or our playlists on the right. Don't forget to like and share to help us spread the word. Thanks you.